Hey friends, welcome back to another Sunday in my kitchen here at Rise and Shine Farm. I'm Heather and I'm so happy that you're here with me today. Today starts week 3 of the Three Rivers Homestead Pantry Challenge. So far I've been loving it. I've been getting a lot of meal inspiration from you guys in the comments, so I really appreciate that, as well as looking at other people that are doing the challenge and the videos that they're posting. I'm really excited about some of the things that I'm going to try this week for dinners. We did end up having to go to the store one time last week to get, like I said, the things like milk and some produce for the kids, and we were able to stay within that $15 budget for the food. We did have to buy a couple things like some dishwashing tablets and other things that kind of ran the bill up, but as far as the food goes, we stayed within that budget, so I was really excited about that. Today I'm going to be making some honey chicken lettuce wraps for dinner, and I'm also going to be doing some meal prep for breakfast because that was a comment, or that was a request that was made in my last video, so I'm happy to do something like that. So if there's anything that you guys want to see, please be sure to just drop a comment below and let me know, and I will do my best to help you out. So without further ado, let's get to cooking. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to be starting with is the breakfast prep. I'm going to be making some strawberry oatmeal bars. I got the inspiration for this recipe from Kelsey over at Seed and Sparrow Homestead. I will link her channel and the recipe below in the description box. But I'm really excited over this. I am tweaking it a little bit because I'm being really stingy with my strawberry preserves. I didn't get a whole lot this year put up, so I am being a little stingy with that. So instead of doing strawberry, I'm actually going to use some peach preserves that I have made. I also might be doing some breakfast bowls. I haven't really decided yet. My chickens just started kind of like upping their game with their laying again, so we currently have a whole bunch of eggs. So I might do some breakfast bowls with some hash browns and sausage, but like I said, I haven't fully decided on that one yet. So it says the first thing to do is we're going to preheat our oven to 375, so I'm going to go ahead and go do that.
You guys, this recipe was so good. I will definitely be making these again. My kids ate them up. So for this recipe, we are going to start off with just a cup of old-fashioned rolled oats. I order mine in bulk from Azure Standard. We do eat a lot of oatmeal. I really enjoy it, so do my kids. So I order that in bulk. The next thing that we're going to add is 3/4 of a cup of white whole wheat flour. I also order this in bulk from Azure Standard, and I use it in almost all of my baking. Next on the list is 1/3 of a cup of light brown sugar. If you can believe it, I actually ran out, so I was making my own light brown sugar on the fly in this video. To that, we're going to go ahead and add just a little bit of ground ginger, followed by some salt. And then we're going to go ahead and just mix that all together. In my hand, I have 6 tablespoons of melted butter as well as my peach preserves. I'm just going to go ahead and put that butter into my mixture and give it a good whisk, making sure everything is well incorporated. The next time that I make this recipe, I'm probably going to add a couple more tablespoons of butter just because I felt like it didn't really stick together really well. The layer that I put on the bottom was fine, but the layer that I put on top was just a little bit more crumbly than I would have liked. Then I'm going to go ahead and put half of that mixture into a parchment paper lined baking dish and just press that down really firmly. Then you're going to take whatever jam or preserve that you're using, in my case it is peach, and you're just going to spread that out evenly over top of that oatmeal.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and let those bake for about 35 to 40 minutes is what the recipe says. I'm going to check on them at about the 30-minute mark because everybody's oven is different. In the meantime, I am going to clean up this mess and I'm going to get started. I decided that I am going to do those breakfast bowls, so I'm going to get started on those. Using this just reminded me, this is a Danish dough whisk. One of you guys actually sent this to me, so if it was you, thank you very much. I use it all the time. I love it. If you guys don't have one, these are great. I love them better than my standard whisk. I use this all the time, so get you one. Throw in a little garlic and onion powder, 'cause why not? Okay, slight change of plans. My sausage is not thawed out completely yet, so I'm gonna give that a couple minutes to thaw out, and in the meantime, I'm gonna get dinner started.
All right, we're going to kick this party off by making our sauce for our chicken. I'm going to start off with a 1/4 cup of honey, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and 2 cloves of minced garlic. And I'm going to put that all in a bowl, whisk it together, and just let it sit so that all of those flavors can intermingle and become one nice, beautiful sauce. Then I'm just going to trim the fat off of some of my chicken, and I'm going to go ahead and dice that up. After I get all my chicken added to my bag, I'm going to add a little bit of cornstarch, and I'm going to give that bag a really good shake, making sure all of the chicken is coated in that cornstarch. It's actually going to help our sauce stick to our chicken after it's done cooking. I decided I wanted to make some fried rice with this meal, so in that pot I'm just adding some stir-fry veggies that I'm going to saute, and my chicken is done cooking, so I'm going to go ahead and add that sauce over top of it, and I'm going to let that cook and coat all of our chicken and get nice and thick. To my rice, I'm just going to add some soy sauce and some yum yum sauce. You can also add egg to this. I usually do, just for some reason I forgot this night. While the rice was finishing up, I went ahead and assembled our breakfast bowls. I just added some ground sausage, some fried potatoes, and some scrambled eggs, put lids on them, and stuck them in the refrigerator for us to enjoy throughout the week.
Alright friends, that is all I have for today. I'm gonna go eat my dinner. My feet are killing me. I'm so tired. I've been on my feet pretty much since I got up this morning. So I'm gonna go relax, watch some Survivor reruns with my husband, and just chill out for the rest of the night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey friends, it's Monday night, and tonight we are going to be making a lemon pesto chicken, and we're going to be making pesto out of the microgreens that I grew. So let's get to cooking. All right, so as you can see here, I have my microgreens that I'm gonna get ready and harvest. I grew these microgreens in 10 by 20 shallow trays that I got from Bootstrap Farmer. I just started dabbling into microgreens. So far, I'm a huge fan. They're really versatile. If you haven't done any research into just the overall nutrition of microgreens, I would encourage you to do so. It's a great way to just add more nutrition into your everyday diet. So what I'm gonna do, I have sunflowers, peas, and broccoli, and I'm gonna make a pesto out of these. Here are my pea shoots that I just harvested, and I'm just gonna go ahead, and this is my broccoli. I'm gonna go ahead and just harvest this. If you guys are interested in learning more about microgreens, be sure to check out my Instagram page. I'll have it linked in the description below. But I post a lot of content about my microgreens farm and how I am actually selling my microgreens. So if you guys are interested in something like that, go ahead and give us a follow over there. We would love to have you. So like I was saying, microgreens are incredibly healthy. They're incredibly nutritious. If part of your New Year's resolution this year is to eat a little bit more healthy, maybe eat some more vegetables. Fun fact, a University of Maryland study came out and said that microgreens have up to 40 times the nutrition content of their full-grown counterparts. The cool thing about these microgreens is that you don't need a whole lot of them to, really get that nutritional benefit. And like I was saying, they have up to 40 times the amount of nutrition just in one little handful than their full-grown counterparts. Now, there's nothing special about, microgreens in terms of their, what they are. So these were broccoli sprouts. So if I would have, obviously they were sown very, very densely. You can see this is, thousands of seeds. So if I were to let these guys kind of go and give them the space that they needed, they would eventually turn into full-blown broccoli plants. There's nothing crazy or special about them. They are, normal broccoli plants. They just pack so much nutrition. It's truly unbelievable. I will say that. So if you are interested and you are local to me and you want to try some microgreens, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to let you try some. So I have all of our microgreens nice and washed, and I'm just gonna kind of wing this a little bit. I have a handful of sunflower shoots in here. I'm just gonna throw, another handful of broccoli and also a handful of peas, and we will see where that gets us. I'm gonna go ahead and add 4 garlic cloves in there, and then I'm gonna add some olive oil. Throw in some Parmesan cheese. Let's turn this on and go ahead and give it a blend. Alright, let's give it a taste test. Good, it needs salt. I forgot to put salt in there.
After I cut up my chicken and washed my hands, I decided to season my chicken with a generous amount of lemon pepper and then just mix that all up with my hands.
Alright guys, dinner is done. And I'm not gonna toot my own horn or anything, but this pesto sauce is unlike anything that I have ever had before. I had a taste test of it just to make sure the seasoning is right and everything, and it's so good. So good. If you have anybody near you that grows microgreens or you grow them yourself, I'm gonna encourage you to try this out because it, like I said, it's, other than it's so good, I don't know how else to describe it. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. It was so good. Bye guys.
All right, it is Taco Tuesday. We are going to start off this meal by browning up some ground venison. We are going to add our taco seasoning. This is homemade taco seasoning. We're going to mix that all into our meat, and then we are going to add some water. I like to have a fixins bar because we all like different things on our tacos. So I have organic salsa, cheese, romaine lettuce, tomatoes, and some Nacho Mama's sauce. And then we just assemble our tacos with whatever we like on our tacos. Tacos are pretty self-explanatory, but after I put all of the toppings that everybody likes on their tacos, I just rolled them all up and dinner was served.
What's going on, guys? It's Wednesday night, and tonight we're going to be making some ham steaks with some air fried broccoli, and we are going to be experimenting with this. So this is a tromboncino squash that I grew in my garden this year, and I let it harden on the vine, and it turned into like a winter squash. I've heard that these taste better than like a butternut, so we are going to be making this for dinner tonight, and I'm excited, so let's get to cooking. Alright, my guess for this thing is to cut it similar to like a butternut, so I'm just going to cut the neck off. That's what it looks like on the inside. It smells like, it kind of smells like a pumpkin. I don't know, guys, ham specifically is one of those things that, like, I am just very, very uninspired by. How do you guys make your pork? So this is ham from one of the pigs that we raised and had processed last year, and I feel like the ham steaks are where they're uncured ham steaks, and I just feel very uninspired every time that I make them. So I'm not really, I don't know. What do you guys do? What do you guys do with your pork? Like, if you're gonna make ham steaks or something like that, what kind of seasonings do you use? What do you put on them to, I don't know, spice it up a little bit? Because I am getting bored of just salt and pepper on them. And don't get me wrong, like it tastes really good, but I would like to try and branch out a little bit. So. Also, if you guys have any recommendations on what to do with pig's feet, I have I think eight pig's feet in the freezer that I honestly have no idea what to do with. So if you guys have any suggestions for that, let me know.
For the tromboncino squash, I decided I was going to do kind of like a sweet potato casserole. So I'm just adding some butter and some milk, and then I'm going to mash that all together. And then I'm going to add a little bit of brown sugar just to sweeten it up a little bit. For my other side, I'm just going to add some of this lemon pepper over top of my broccoli, and I'm going to stick that broccoli in the air fryer.
And there we have it, guys, dinner for the night. I am starving, so I'm gonna go eat. I will see you guys tomorrow. What's up, guys? It is finally Friday. I am a mess, but hey, we're here. We made it through the week. And tonight we are making garlic butter steak tips with some rice. Let me tell you all, this is my favorite go-to quick meal when I don't know what to make. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make it. First things first, get your rice started. I store mine in an old Costco cashew nuts jar. All right, we've got 2 cups of water going, and we're gonna add a cup of rice. Get your bowl. Take your stew beef. Put it in the bowl. All right, salt and pepper. Heat up your cast iron, make sure that's nice and hot before you put your meat in. Alright, so I cleaned out my original bowl. All I'm going to do is take my steak out of my cast iron, put it back in that bowl, and let it rest. And then we're going to go ahead and make our garlic butter glaze, I guess, that goes on top of it. Alright, so I turned my heat down and I let my cast iron cool off just a little bit. This is one of those recipes that I've made it so many times, and I just kind of, at this point, like, I just kind of wing it. I feel like every time that I make it, it's a little bit differently. But today, I'm just going to use a stick of butter. And I'm gonna go ahead and let that melt in the pan. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and chop up my garlic because I forgot to do that. Our butter is nice and melty. There we go. right, next thing what we're gonna do is we're going to throw in our chopped up garlic. I measure garlic with my heart, guys, so I probably have like, I don't know, 4 cloves in there I think I chopped up. So you guys kind of make it the way that you want. If you like garlic like me, you can add that many. You could add more if you want to. If you are not that big of a garlic fan, then you can add less. It's, you know, it's totally customizable. It's what I like about this recipe. All right, so we're gonna let this garlic kind of toast up a little bit, saute a little bit in this butter. It'll start, you'll know that it's doing the trick when you start having that like really heavenly garlicky smell. All right, I did use unsalted butter, so I'm just gonna add just the tiniest bit of salt to here, but we have salt on our meat, so again, just the tiniest bit just in case. All right. And then all we're gonna do is put our meat back in the sauce. All right, that is it, guys, that's it. Top everything off, we're just gonna add some parsley. Right, and then all I'm gonna do is take this out of my cast iron and just put everything right back in the bowl, and I am gonna serve this over top of my rice. That's why I kind of make so much sauce, because I like to have this sauce on top of my rice as well. All right, guys, and just like that, dinner is done. I am also going to be making just a little side salad, microgreen side salad for my husband and I. I don't know that the kids might eat it. They surprise me sometimes. They really like the sunflower shoots. So I'll probably just do one with just those for them. But yeah, this is a super quick, super easy dinner, perfect for a Friday night, and I'm really excited to dig in. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me this week, and I will see you next week for week 4 of the Pantry Challenge.